Okay, this is 2.2 of algebra. We're going to be looking at solving two-step equations. So, if you look at this equation here, I have multiplication and I have addition. So, if you remember our order of operations, we are going to work from the bottom up now when we're solving equations. Another way to think of it, imagine you are an x. And when there's a number, either multiplying or dividing, so in this case there's a 2 times x, imagine that means that there's a rope tied around you, okay? And this plus 3 is you holding onto someone's hand. If you want to get untangled, you need to let go of their hand, get rid of the straggler, and then undo your rope. So we subtract 3 first, and then we may divide by 2. So, let's look at our equation down here. And if it helps, draw a line down the equal sign so you're doing the same thing to both sides. I need to get rid of my straggler first. So I'm going to add the 3 to both sides. I get 8 is equal to t over 2. T is being divided by 2. The opposite of dividing is multiplying. So I'm going to multiply by 2 on both sides, and I get 16 is equal to t. If I plug back in, first I do 16 divided by 2 gives me 8. 8 minus 3 gives me 5, so my solution is correct. Okay, here's a story problem. You are making a bulletin board to advertise community service opportunities in your town. You plan to use half a sheet of construction paper for each ad. So if we have one ad, we're using half a sheet. If we have 2 ads, we're using a whole sheet. If we have 3 ads, we're using 1.5 sheet. So each time we are adding half a sheet. Or if we want to look at it long term, if I needed 10 ads, I'm going to be multiplying. I would do 1/2 times 10. And I also need 5 sheets of construction paper for the banner, for the title. And I have 18 sheets. So to figure out how many sheets I need for the ad, I would do 1/2 times the number of ads, because each ad needs half a sheet. No matter how many ads I have, I need to have 5 sheets for the title, and I have a total of 18 sheets. So again, if you need to, stick a line down the equal sign so that you're doing the same thing to both sides. First, I need to get rid of my straggler. I need to subtract 5. So 1/2 A equals 13. You can either multiply by the reciprocal, which would be 2 over 1, or this is the same thing as A divided by 2, so you would multiply by 2. These guys are exactly the same thing, just 2 different ways to think about it. I end up getting A equals 26. If we go down to our got it problem, we're changing this story up now. We're going to use 1/4. 1/4 is 1 over 4 as a fraction of a sheet of paper for each ad, and 4 full sheets for the title banner. So my equation originally was 1/2 A plus 5 equals 18. But now I'm using 4 sheets for the title, and I'm using a 1/4 sheet for each ad. So my equation has changed to be 1/4 A plus 4 equals 18, and I'll solve it exactly just like I had before. So I'm going to subtract the 4, which gives me 1/4 A equals 14. Again, I can multiply by the reciprocal, if you want to think of it like that. Or this is the same thing as A divided by 4. So I could multiply by 4 because the opposite of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. Either way, I get that A is equal to 56. Okay, if I have a fraction, my variable's on the top and then I'm dividing by some number, you can picture this as you and a friend are roped up together. Here's you and your friend holding hands, and you are roped up together. You're both being divided by the 3. Also, if I gave you the expression 10 minus 7 over 3, if we were simplifying, remember when we simplify fractions, we simplify the top and we simplify the bottom. 10 minus 7 is 3 over 3, and then we just divide. So if we're thinking about working backwards, we need to start with the dividing to take care of, and then we deal with the top stuff. So let's try that on our own. We have 6 equals x minus 2 over 4. So you need to get rid of the rope first. So we're going to multiply by 4 on each side. 6 times 4 is 24 equals x minus 2. Then I can add 2 to both sides, and I get x is equal to 26. Specifically with these, if you're not sure if you're doing it in the right order, go back and plug in. 6 is equal to 24 over 4. 6 is equal to 6. My solution is correct. And there's your homework.